Hello Anna Rivas, it is October 22nd, 2017, and I'm going to be doing Lab 7, the central nervous system, where I will be going over some structures on my sheep brain that I have already dissected. This is my dissected sheep brain. So we're going to start by pointing out the longitudinal fissure, which is what divides the right and left hemisphere. This is the longitudinal fissure. This is the right hemisphere, the left hemisphere. We have the occipital lobe. As you will see, the lobes are the same names that they are found. The same names on the lobes is what is under the bone. So for example, the occipital bone, which is posterior skull bone, we have the occipital lobe, which is actually right under the occipital bone. Temporal lobe, which is found under the temporal bone. There's one on each side. We also have the frontal lobe, which is found deep to the frontal bone. Frontal lobe on each hemisphere. Then we have the parietal lobes, which is also found under the parietal bone. We have a right and a left parietal lobe. Other anatomical structures that we find superficially, I guess, to the brain would be the sulci and the gyri. The sulci are the grooves that you see within the lobes, and then the gyri are the ridges to the grooves. Perfect. So the next structure that we're going to look at is the cerebellum. The cerebellum looks kind of like a mini brain posterior to the cerebral. Perfect. So the cerebellum is connected to the brain. It's also connected to the brain stem. So the brain stem would be this, the brain stem, which is composed of the pons, which is right here, and the medulla, which is right below it. So brain stem and the cerebellum. So next we're going to look at some structures from the ventral view. So we're going to start with the olfactory bulb, which we can see right here. The olfactory bulb goes down, runs into the brain with the olfactory tract. Then we cross to the optic chiasma, which would have been this X structure that's right here. You can see part of it, but it got cut during the dissection. And then we can see also the mammillary bodies, which are right here. In the mid-sagittal cross-section, you see a better view, so we can go ahead and do that real fast so you can see. So the mammillary bodies. Perfect. Below the mammillary body, you can also see the trigeminal nerve, which is right here, and it runs towards the mammillary body. We can see another view of the pons right here as well. It's very noticeable. And this is the dissection of my brain. Perfect.